Hello Patreons, thanks for tuning in and being a supporter of my channel. Here comes your reading for the week of, this is the big week that everybody's been talking about. We're going to have this whole, this day, this full moon, with, look at the, I mean just take a look at it. Bang, 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 bang. I'll go over in a second. I forgot to get my little things out here, just bear with me for a second. I need to get the individual sign things out here. Okay, I got them. Yeah, but anyways, wow. So even the 18th, there's a couple of things starting on the 18th. We got the moon, start out with the moon in Aquarius, okay? And then it's Mercury square Uranus at 27 of Leo and Taurus. Sun conjunct Mercury at 26 of Leo. And it's Aquarius moon. So those are some big aspects too. Then here it comes. This is the start. It moves into Aquarius and then it becomes full 2:26 p.m. Eastern on the Monday, the 19th. We've got Venus square Jupiter, 17 Virgo, Gemini. We've got Venus opposed Saturn, 17 Virgo, Pisces. And these are exact aspects. When it shows up on here, this means it's exact. It's not just in orb. These are right dead on the whole day. Look at this. And then Sun square Uranus at 20, is that 21 or 27? 27 degrees of, let me fix that so I can make sure I'm not going to mistake it again. It's at 27. Okay, and then Sun square Uranus, 27 of Leo and Taurus, which is, we've got Mercury square Uranus over here, 27. So we've got these 26 and 27 degrees coming up on the full moon at 27. And then finally Jupiter square Saturn at 17 degrees. So wow, Gemini and Pisces. This day is one for the books, okay? After everything I've been through with these power outages and stuff, I don't need any more, please. I don't need any more for the books, but I'm just going to try to lay low and get through it. On the 3rd, we've got finally the moon moves into Pisces, and then we've got Aries moon over here, moves into Aries at 7:02 p.m. Eastern. And then we've got the sun enters Virgo. This is a big shift in energy too. We move from Leo into Virgo. And we've got a Venus square Mars, 21 of Virgo, Gemini on that day. Then the 23rd, we've got moon moves into Taurus. And then we've got Taurus moon closing out the week. And then we've got Mercury sextile Mars at 22 degrees of Leo and Gemini. So, I mean, you can watch this is the big event. I mean, even though the sun's changing sign and stuff, but this is even leading into it. You may want to watch, that Aquarius full moon video that I did. That's going to go into a lot more details about that in a general way. We're going to go sign by sign now and see what the universe has to say about the whole thing, starting with the sign of Aries. I have my fan on because it's just been, I need my fan. I've been through a lot. I need my fan. Okay, starting on with the sign of Aries, 2 cards for the week for the sign of Aries. Got the 2 of Pentacles. And I've got the Knight of Swords. So, something you've been working on, maybe 2 projects, or something that's been financially up and down. This guy, it's like I'm hearing, here I come to save the day. So this guy's going to be charging in and bringing in this positive energy and good news. Now it's air sign energy, so what are we talking about? I'm sure it's going to be on this day or thereabouts when we're in that Aquarius moon phase. I'm just lighting a little smudge over here. And of course the fan is kind of blowing it out. So any kind of financial thing that you've sort of been in that's been up and down, or you've been waiting to hear, it feels like this is a very stabilizing influence for you. This guy comes running in, and things are really off and running. It's also air because we've got all these aspects to the Gemini. We've got the Jupiter and Gemini's making aspects, and it's an Aquarius moon. So I'm really pretty good on it. It's probably this day here. So you might hear some news. If you're waiting, maybe it's a good day to send out the news. Even though Mercury's retrograding still, it might be a good day to send out that news. But this feels like whatever this is that's up and down and all over the place, this feels like it brings in the stability, which is not usually the energy of the Knight of Swords, but I'm just getting that vibe, okay? All right, Taurus. So you are going to have, the moon, you're going to have a few aspects too. The Sun square Uranus here. The Mercury square Uranus in your sign on the 18th, and then the Sun square Uranus. So it's bringing up that Uranian energy that you've been dealing with now for a while, where it might be like those jolts of electricity. It might be something that is kind of, bringing up that feeling of instability. But it also, if you can step into it a little bit, it could be downloading that energy from that higher force and grounding it into Mercury especially. You might get some big idea, big ideas coming at this time. Okay, let's go ahead and put 2 cards out for our Taurus friends. The Hierophant, large groups and organizations, followed by the 2 of Rods. So that is the partnership side. It's a partnership symbol, but it's also a symbol of finding your path and seeing the way to go. And the way to go is towards the Hierophant. So if you've been kind of going it alone too, you may want to sort of align yourself with groups. Because after all, one of the things that in the flat wheel that Aquarius rules, this whole thing with Uranus's Aquarius energy, right? Uranus's house is over here. The 11th house is the house of groups and organizations and people and stuff like that. So this could be, a good time to align yourself with a group. You may just learn of them. That just happened with me. I learned about this Crone group, and it's here right in my town and everything. So I've been doing stuff with them. You might, and they've been around for a long time, and I just never knew about them, and it just all of a sudden came up. So 2 of Rods, you may see this all of a sudden like, wow, maybe this is a cool thing that I want to align myself with. For some it could be some kind of work and job thing, but it feels more or less like I'm saying, like a group that you want to align yourself with. And you're going to be the clan part is really standing out to me. You're going to be part of the clan. For some you might just be going to maybe even planning a family get-together, reunion or something like that kind of clan thing. Okay, next we're going to move on to the sign of Gemini. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you. I mean, Jupiter's in your sign, and a lot of action on this thing is all about the Jupiter getting, activated. Venus square Jupiter, that could be something really lucky, very positive, synchronistic. Jupiter square Saturn, maybe not so much, but Saturn, used in the right way, can really ground your energy and really bring things into perspective and give you some kind of a solid foundation. Sometimes it could feel like your wings are clipped and you're grounded in the way that you want to fly, because you're an Aries sign, you want to fly. But if you can embrace it, it can ground things into reality, you might as well say. Okay. All right, let's cut 2 cards here for our Geminis. We've got the Magician, and then next we have the Death card. Death has just changed. What I note about this, the biggest thing, is they're both major arcana, right? So major arcana is, always says that higher forces are at work, that, it's usually not worth fighting over, okay? You're feeling very empowered, though, I will say. With the Magician, you are feeling very empowered. You're my guides want me to say fearless. So you're feeling fearless, you're going ahead, feeling fierce. Death is there, so big changes are coming. But death, to me, almost feels like maybe you are losing some of this dead weight, like whatever's been holding you back. I feel like it almost feels more like you see the way. You see the way to go. It's not necessarily where because Mercury's retrograde, it's your ruling planet, not always the best time to really start any new things during this time frame. And it's a full moon and there's a lot of chaos here. But you see it. I feel like the death is going to clear that, in the full moon, it's going to clear that chaos out so that you can really see the next step to go and start, aiming your North Star towards it, and making your plans going forward, okay? All right, next we're going to move on to the sign of Cancer. All right, Cancer as well. You're in the water energy, and we've been in Leo, fire. So that's kind of been not really up your alley, not really your jam. The only kind of water thing is the Jupiter squaring the Pisces, which is a square, and it's Saturn. So that's not so fun for you. So you're kind of, you even might be crawling into your shell. But let's see what the cards have to say for you this week. Got the Ace of Swords, major breakthroughs and victories, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. So this could be like you hear the news that you got the job and you're going to start the job soon, Eight of Pentacles. But Eight of Pentacles is also so much about doing something that you really love, like you're just tearing into it. I think for more of you, this is some kind of project that you're doing, that you're initiating, and you get this big. What I want to say is the pieces are all falling into place finally. Like it's been something that's sort of been swimming around, you know, you've been swimming around it with your water energy. And then, man, I think, you know, right, maybe around this time of this full moon, it just hits and it's just like, yeah, this is my course of action. And then you're just tearing into it. For some of you, you just might be like, I'm going to finally go clean out that garage or clean out that basement. We had all those tornadoes come through here, and so many people were saying, man, I got to clean my basement, because they were down in the basement hiding from the tornado. So it might be something like that. But more so, I feel like, and this could be too, like that could even be the thing that sparks your idea, because this could be some reminiscing for some reason. I'm going through old stuff, like old boxes and pictures and whatever. And you do that a lot, Cancer. That's right up your alley. But I feel like it's, you know, you're going through this stuff, and then for some, and you might spot something and like, wow, I'm going to pick that up again. Because this is doing the work that you love. It is money, and it can bring you income, but it's more about the personal gratification that you get from it, okay? All right, let's take this aside. Next, we're going to move on to Leo, and you guys, you know, you're in it. You're in it. I just heard you're in it to win it, but you know, things are coming to an end for you. The sun is going to change signs after the 22nd. It'll be moving into Virgo. But earlier over here, that you're in this whole thing, especially on the 18th, because you got the Mercury in Leo in your sign squaring the Uranus, the sun conjuncting Mercury in Leo in your sign also, and then the next day the sun squaring Uranus with your sign. So, you know, it's Mercury, it's Uranus. What's the sun, which is you? You're ruled by the sun, and it's your aura, your glowing, your, you know, your presence, your heart's chakra, your presence. But then also, you know, squaring that Uranus, squaring that Mercury. Mercury, Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. So communication, those kinds of things. But it almost feels like it could be like communication overload. Like, don't let your brain get too, you know, I get like that sometimes. I just got like a million ideas all going at once. You kind of get a little bit overwhelmed. Oh, you got the wish card. So, you know, don't try to ground yourself and not get too carried away there. All right, you've got the wish card, and then you've got the, you know, the news, the page, the news, the fire energy. Now, we will have fire moon here. We're going to have fire moon on the 21st and 22nd as we're in Aries. So it could be news coming on the fire moon. But also, I want to say it's probably more around the 21st, because then you have the sun in fire in Leo, and we have the moon in fire in Aries here. So this might be a banner day or a really key day for you. But you've got the wish card. So your wish is coming true. So whatever you tuned into the reading to, you know, perhaps ask about, or what you've been thinking about, or what you've been striving for, it says yes, you're going to get it. You're going to get the news about it anyway, that you got it or whatever. Good news is coming before we move out of your sign, I want to say. So sometime before these first 3 days. I wouldn't be surprised for many if it's not on the date of that 21st there. Okay, next we're going to move on to the sign of Virgo. Okay, Virgo. This is going to be the sun moving into your sign on the 22nd, so this is big news. And you're also involved in some of this stuff earlier in the week with the Venus. Venus is already in your sign, and you've got... we've got the Venus square Jupiter in your sign, so that's good. That could be really positive energy. That could be like some kind of surprise thing, love vibe, creative spark. And then we also have Venus opposed Saturn. Not as great, but I think it could work for you because you like stability. So it could be something, this whole Uranian thing is so... ooh, kind of unhinged and, you know, so electric and everything. I think that you might welcome the energy of that Venus opposed Saturn. But, I mean, it could be something burdensome, but I don't feel that, you know, you gotta look at both sides of it. The Venus with the Saturn, it could be definitely something, you know, it could be a relationship. It could be a committed relationship for some people. Or saying that big first, you know, maybe the first I love you or whatever the case may be. Let's see here. Virgo. Hermit. So you want to be a hermit, but it ain't happening. Right? This energy is it's coming to get you. I'm hearing that. I'm coming to get you. Isn't that Hendrix? What's that? Oh, I can't think of it. He's coming to get you. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of activity. I need to light a little bit more smudge. My smudge keeps going out. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of it feels like you kind of want to be, you know, in your hermit place. You kind of want to be your own person, and, you know, away from the fray of everything. And then here comes this restlessness, this energy that's just like, or it could even be like some of you, maybe you have kids or something, and you just need a break from those kids. I remember those days, and they're just after you. It feels like you want to kind of shut it away, but you really can't. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you about it, Virgo. I mean, maybe there's something you got to deal with here. It could even be your own mind nagging at you, sometimes. But it does feel like it's a person. In some cases, it could be an air sign person, an Aquarius, a Gemini, Libra. Aquarius, it definitely could be that around this full moon, it's in some powerful stuff, and you're getting aspected and everything. It's interesting, too, because Saturn is sometimes connected to the Hermit card, because it's the wise elder too, and you do have that Venus opposed Saturn here. Sometimes this could be for some there's not enough hours in the day. Your partner wants to spend time with you, and you want your contemplative time. I feel like this contemplative time would be very much needed, though. So if you could find a way to make that happen, I think that could be a good thing. Okay, next we're going to do Libra. All right, Libra, well, nothing in your sign for right this minute as far as all these aspects or the moon or anything this week. But, man, this is a big one. Everybody's going to be affected by this. And it's a fellow air sign energy, so you're a little bit more acclimated to the air sign energy perhaps than some. But let's see here. The star card, beautiful. I love the star card. And then next we have the Tower. Well, there could be some big things changing here, okay? Libra, big changes happening. Full moons bring things to culmination, but whenever you have the star card there, it's meant to be for sure. It's heaven sent. It's a blessing. For some, it might be a blessing in disguise. Maybe it's a blessing that you wanted to see something, excuse me, if there's been some big obstacle or some big problem ongoing problem that you've had to deal with, you might, this could be like a big blessing for you. Maybe you're happy to see this go away. But for others, it may kind of take you by surprise, or it may be not wanted by the ego, but it's all part of the divine plan. And in either way, no matter what, it's definitely clearing and making room, making space for whatever the star blessings and your higher spirits and your higher source is trying to bring through for you. So it could be a little tumultuous there, Libra. All right, next we're going to do Virgo. Oh, what did I say Virgo for? Scorpio. All right, Scorps, let's see what's going on for you. You're not exactly in the mix anywhere, but if you're being aspected, the full moon Aquarius, that's going to square your Scorpio stuff. Everybody's aspected to some degree, and everybody feels the energy. Let's see what the cards have to say for you for the week of the 18th. Let's see here. Magician. Somebody else had that exact card in that exact spot, too. And then the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is the poverty consciousness card, or the feeling of not good enough or whatever. And sometimes if you look at the Five of Pentacles, one of the things it is they're walking past. There's opportunity, there's prosperity right there, but they're walking past it. The one guy kind of sees it, but then he follows her. He doesn't go after it. This could be the time when you find that the breakout, the solution to that, whatever this might be. Whatever you feel is this blockade or this blockage that you can't get past and you can't get through. The Magician, you're feeling empowered. You feel, sometimes we just feel so run down. Like for everything I've been through with all these power outages and all this crazy stuff that went on and tornadoes, it's just so, I feel like this. I feel drained. So this might even be like you're just getting your mojo back. You're definitely getting your mojo back, but for more than that, I feel like you see a solution. I feel like this is very solution-oriented. Because, Scorpios, you are solution-oriented. You're not one to whine and bring up a bunch of drama. You're like, well, what are we going to do about it? Let's find the solution. All right, let's go on to the next sign of Sagittarius. Again, you're not really involved in it, but all this Gemini stuff, that's your opposite sign. Partnership stuff could really be coming to the forefront for you this week. And there's some over here, the Venus square Mars in your opposite sign. The Mars is going to be in Gemini, and it's making a Mercury. There's going to be some Gemini action, and there's definitely Gemini action going on here too, involving Venus. Venus square Jupiter in Gemini, Venus square Mars in Gemini. So Gemini, especially if you're Sag rising, that's your 7th house relationship. So, and Venus involvement, So it could be love affairs and stuff like that coming to the forefront. Let's see what we have here. Wish card. Somebody else had that in the same spot as well. Wheel of Fortune and Wish card. Wow, really. I believe you guys have been getting good cards a lot here lately, Sag. Some things are really getting ready to pop for you, I feel. Yeah, look at this. Well, you almost can't get better than this. Wish card is just that. Your wish is coming true. You're going to get what you want. And Wheel of Fortune, fate, destiny, fortuna. Things are finally going. The wheel is up. The wheel goes up and things go in your favor. And I'm hearing the wheel goes round and round. What is that? The circle game, Joni Mitchell. And the seasons, they go round and round. Yeah, so that you're going round and round. And now they're giving me the other 80s tune. Round and round. Our love will find a way, just give it time. A little off there, but this is fantastic. Let's just put it that way. The other thing about the wheel, too, it is divine timing, okay? So things will come when in divine timing, not in our time. A lot of, we want it to be when we want it to be, blah, blah, blah. But it's divine timing. This is good. Your time is coming. And you've got the wish card, so this is just fabulous. Some of you could have some beautiful surprise. Sometimes Wheel of Fortune brings about the surprising energy. With all this Uranus energy, especially even on the 18th, could be some crazy fun surprise that's just going to make you so happy. All right, Caps, what's up with the Capricorns? Well, Aquarius stuff. If you're Capricorn rising, this one wanted to fly out. That would be in your second house of money, so it could be some money stuff if you're Cap rising. But let's see what the cards have to say. Let's get a second, I was going to say a second opinion. Well, let's get a second opinion. That sounds right. The Death card. All right, so leaving some things behind. Again, here's that air sign energy being represented with the Queen of Swords. Highly likely it's this weekend with all these aspects and this full moon and everything. And there's that Queen of Swords energy. Could be somebody that you actually know who is an air sign, or an Aquarius, a Gemini, or Libra. But it feels like, I feel strongly it's probably timing around here. And death is there, but it's never a bad thing. And I don't feel anybody's dying, so don't get worried about that. Death is just, something's coming to an end. Some of you, this could be a person that you know and you are leaving them behind. Like you might be saying, full moon's a culmination. You might be saying, you know what, I've had enough. I'm really moving on from this energy and this person. But it doesn't have, to me, from the majority, it doesn't have that kind of vibe. It feels more like we're moving on, but it feels very much a positive thing. It feels like a cleansing thing. It feels like relief. I see release and I saw relief. Let that happen too, by the way, with this deck. If you see words and they look like they say one thing or another, definitely pay attention to that. Yeah, but it feels like it's relief and, just letting go of something. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can be, like the way she comes up, that can be a stabbing in the back, Some of you may just be letting that go, like leaving that behind. They're saying let bygones be bygones. But, big changes. Death is always a big change. All right, Aquarius, well, here it is, you guys. It's your full moon, all right? You get one new moon, you get one full moon a year, and it's a doozy. There's my guides coming through saying it's a doozy. It's a doozy, baby. Let's see what the cards have to say. Definitely tune in and watch that other video with the astrology video for more info. Let's get our two cards for Aquarius. Ace of Pentacles, could be some money showing up for you guys. Offers of money from King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is earth sign energy, which is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Now, this could totally be talking about, because this week we're moving from the sign of Leo into Virgo. So this could be, you may hear I wouldn't be surprised if some of you hear this news on Monday. Like, some kind of money opportunity, job opportunity, something coming through with a job or something like that. And then, later in the week, or, well, even be any time after this, because it's going to be in Virgo for a month, but then maybe a little bit later, maybe even after Mercury goes direct, that, it comes into full fruition. Now, this could be the person who's offering you the money. The King of Pentacles, after all, is the money man. But it also could be, I feel like in some cases it's kind of you. It's you stepping into your financial well-being, embodying that energy of that King of Pentacles, or whatever the case may be. But it looks really, really prosperous. Looks like it would be a very prosperous week. And then, that full moon. Some of the things with that full moon in your sign, it could be things, intentions that you set way back at your birthday, finally coming to fruition too. All right, Pisces, well, lots going on for you. And we're going to have moon in your sign, and all this stuff with the Saturn. You're in here all over the place here. You've got the Venus opposed Saturn in your sign. And then you've got the Jupiter square Saturn in your sign. So you're definitely involved in this full moon in a heavy way. And then the moon moves into, later that day, Eastern time anyway, around 7 o'clock, 6:52 p.m., moon moves into your sign, and it'll be in your sign for all of the 20th and then part of the 21st. So there's a lot of energy coming your way too, and it's activating Saturn in your sign. Now, the negative, Saturn can be a bummer, and Saturn can be heavy energy. But some of this stuff, it's Venus. It's Venus both times. It's Venus and Jupiter, the great benefics that are interacting with you. So that could be really cool. It could be a reward, and it could be a long-lasting reward. It could be a reward or something positive coming through an older person with the Saturn energy. Let's see here. We've got King of Swords, and then Page of Swords. So air energy, big time air energy. We're talking this whole deal here, this full moon and everything. Communicate. You're definitely going to be communicating, seems to be for many, with this person. Now, sometimes the King of Swords can even be like a lawyer or somebody legal, involved in a legal battle. It's funny I said legal battle. I did not mean to say that. But yeah, so maybe somebody is involved in a legal battle. But I meant to say like the legal profession. And conversation is really standing out to me here. So you may be having some conversations, possibly over legal matters, but just possibly over, might be occurring on here. But I get that there is a level of importance here, that this is important, it matters to you. And I feel like this person overall is wanting to help you. So maybe they're giving you legal advice, or maybe it's not legal at all. Maybe there's somebody that's just you're reaching out to, like as a mentor, or somebody who is, with Saturn energy. It could be somebody who's the wise elder in comparison to you, maybe somebody who's a little older than you. And I feel like you can get a lot out of it. There's story. For some, it's like maybe this is an elderly person in your family even. I wish I would, my uncle just passed away in the spring, and I was spending a lot of time with him, helping him out and stuff as he got older. But I wish I would have got more of the family stories out of him. I got some, but I wish I would have even just taped them. I mean, we got my phone's right there. I got a video camera. I wish I would have just taped them. So for some of you, I'm picking that up too. Maybe you want to get with that older person and ask them those questions. And even if they don't want to be on film, maybe you could just audio record it or whatever. Okay. Well, thanks for everybody for tuning in. Hey, I decided mid-reading that this is going to be a free preview, I think, for everybody. I may or may not put it on the main channel. I think I'm going to. As just a free, every now and then I put the Patreon videos up on the main channel, just to let people know what it's all about. You can get a little taste of it. I will definitely, if I do that, the Patreon people will get it earlier. I usually, like for the week of the 18th, Wednesday, Thursday, I try to get it up for the following week. So you get that, and it's every week, and it's for the, it's $5.55 is the minimum donation required to view the videos every week. So you get 4 to 5 videos a month for $5.55, and it helps also to help me, to promote so I can continue doing the YouTube readings and creating my decks and everything. So it supports the work I'm doing, basically. So if you want to sign up, I really appreciate it. It's $5.55 a month. Like I say, you get a weekly reading every week. Thanks for all who have been my Patreon supporters all along. Many of you, I love you all. You've been great. Remember, you all are love and beauty incarnate. And we'll be back again next week for the Patreons. If you want to get in on it, check the website. Okay, thanks, bye.